At times I wonder how this place became my home. A small combi van on a trek around Australia, constantly parked up in wild, rugged places, all so different from where I grew up in Ontario, Canada. We had a very cool and cloudy start to the new year here in the south. Nature is always at our doorstep, and lately I've felt a really deep connection to the natural world around me. We are in the elements for more time than not, which I'd have to say is bittersweet. On mornings like this one, when the wind is up and weather isn't on our side, it can be rather tricky, but we try to make the most of these days too.
You're awake! You're awake! Oh. Oh. How is it?
Freezing. It's so scary.
I saw a couple of big waves almost get you.
Dude! There's actually a rip just there. It's all sandy. When you go in, it's just all sand. But let me just take a muncie.
Oh, Kikira. Coffee took a little bit longer to make than expected, but we got there. It is a cold and windy morning, so when I was trying to brew the Bellman, the flame just wasn't strong enough to heat it up, so it took so long. And then in the process, I saw some dolphins in the ocean, so I quickly grabbed the drone and flew it out to them. The dolphins just cruised along the shore really slowly. They're such beautiful creatures. It is wild to me that we're the only ones at this camp. We were expecting it to be packed because at the moment it's school holidays, and when we checked the online booking, it was actually fully booked. So we just drove in here to try our luck, and there's no one around. We discovered Greenlee Beach about 2 years ago, and I have to say, after traveling nearly all of Australia and going to a lot of spots, or as many as we can in our two-wheel drive, this has to be in our top 5 camps. The thing is, it's very exposed, so if there's any wind or bad weather, you really feel it. And I guess that's why no one else is here at the moment. This afternoon, the winds are meant to pick up to 50 k's an hour, so I think we may struggle a little bit. I'm just so happy to be back at this spot. It is so magical. There's some really nice rock pools here that we swam in last time. If it was just cold, I think I would jump in, but the wind just makes it too much. Some of our favorite places to explore are those that make you feel like you're the only ones around for hundreds of miles. There's no space for judgment or constant worry about what other people think. It feels like it's just us and the world. After some time exploring the beach, we headed back to the van to make some breakfast. No!
Muncie, this is your one.
Oh!
We're eating breakfast on this side of the van because the wind is a little bit blocked. How is it?
It's really good.
Good. We just don't have any salt or any spices or herbs in the van, so it's a little bit plain.
The sand is nice and salty though.
Adds a bit of extra crunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is extremely windy, so I think we're gonna drive into Coffin Bay, which is about a 40-minute drive.
Oh, I should turn the inverter on.
Oh yeah.
Let's charge some stuff.
Yeah, at the moment we don't have our power box or our solar panels, so we can only charge things while we're driving. We saw this big salt lake yesterday when we were driving into camp, and we thought it would be so cool to find an access point to walk on it. So we drove down this dirt track. We're walking kind of in the bush at the moment, but this salt lake looks massive and it's so white at the moment. In Coffin Bay, we grabbed our second coffee for the day and headed into the national park for a quick dip. The thing about the desert air is it can be so cold in the cloud, but as soon as the sun comes out, it instantly heats you up. You can really feel just how strong the sun is here. I also just love how a dip in the ocean can change your entire mindset. Finally came out and we headed up north. We caught up with our friends Kane and Benny and we came to this spot right on the cliffs. This has to be one of the reasons why I love South Australia so much. It is so rugged and so wild.
Yeah. All right.
Kane's got his Mattea here.
You ready?
And he's taking some shots of the cliff.
2, 3. And I'm guessing the exposure, but I think it's right. F16, 400. This tripod's not quite doing it for me right now. Let's just fix this up a bit. Certainly is. Get this square. How's that attached? Eh?
This cliff is so hectic.
All right. Everyone think in thoughts, no one breathe. The safety's on. All right, now we're ready. Focused, sharp, and bang. Done, progress the film. So sick of shooting multiple exposures. Maybe I'm gonna come closer to this edge. So I tell you why it's called Cummins Monument, this rock here, is because, well actually we call the rock Monty's Monument, but it's actually monument is a little plaque in there. Because a sailor came in called Cummins and he had a shipwreck here, and some of the guys made it into that bay where we're surfing in and out, and then he died, I think. And so that plaque over there is like representing, and in the area now it's called Cummins. There's a town inland called Cummins. So yeah, I don't know what year it was, but it's a long time ago. And it would be so hectic being wrecked in here. Like look at the cliff line and stuff. Like, and imagine, you know, the technology they had. Like just looking at maps and stuff. And huge storm washed up on a reef. Yeah, pretty scary.
I've seen a few like video footage of Hayden Richards, like just right here, like just ginormic swell, like how like, you know, talking 8 foot.
Yeah,
it's like storm. It's crazy.
This water's so clear, it's amazing out here.
Coffin Bay.
Bye, Kane.
Beer to get. Oh! Oh! I need a Cobra. It's so expensive. See you guys.
Hurry up, grab your things, taking you away with me. I want you close, I want you close to me. What is it you're made of?
we've decided to pull up on the opposite side of the cliff to try and hide away from the wind a little bit. It has been a very windy day and we have done a lot as well. So I'm starting to feel pretty tired, but I think it's time to get some cozy clothes on, make some dinner, and there just so happens to be a fire pit full of firewood right at this spot. So I think we may have to have a fire before going to bed. This is a very full pot of chili.
Wowie.
Dinner is ready. And finally, it's time to make some tea. I always get kind of scared sleeping on cliff tops because during the night I think that we're gonna roll off the cliff. This has happened many times before, and I always have to triple check that there's some rocks behind the tires so that we don't roll off. I'll probably have nightmares tonight. It's worth it to wake up to beautiful views like this.